personally from the BBC onto the excesses of Channel 4 to aid and abet our Marc Bolan specialist, John Peel. John, you were what's the word?
Instrumental.
Instrumental, that's the one. In discovering and building up Marc with Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Yeah, these people discover themselves, obviously, but I mean, he sent us an acetate and some tapes when I was still on Radio London on the pirate ship. And I've always liked people to have sort of like extreme voices, you know what I mean? Like Captain Beefheart. Anybody's got like a different kind of a voice. So I was very much attracted to that. Made arrangements to meet him when I came off the ship one weekend. And we got on really well, you know. And we did all of the things which hippies used to do, like going to Glastonbury tour. And I impressed him very much by knowing the date of the building on top of it, you know, and stuff like this. And we went to Stonehenge and did all that kind of thing.
What was it about him, though, that separated him from the others? Because you got a reputation of being a major breaker of new bands. What was it particularly about Marc that made you think this is someone special?
Well, I suppose, you know, just, I mean, it's difficult to articulate that because it makes you feel good, you know, and you like it, and you think you'd like other people to hear it. I used to get booked to do gigs in places like Exeter. I remember going to Exeter University with them, and I used to say, well, I'll come along and do the gig if I can bring this little band with me, you know. And we used to get paid like 50 quid for the three of us to go there. And I used to rent a car, and you could get all of the equipment that Tyrannosaurus Rex used into the boot of a Mini. It was all like pixie phones, you know, and stuff like this, and little bongos. And
so it was true then at one time that the rumour's true that you insisted that if someone booked you, then they booked you.
Oh, very much so, yes. We used to do a lot of that.
And you even used to read stories, didn't you?
That's right, yes. I read a very embarrassing...
An old skeleton jangling around in a BBC man's cupboard there.
Read a very embarrassing... Actually sat on the stage of the Royal Albert Hall and read out one of Marc's stories. Which, but this is not one of these, but these are little books which he sent me.
It was a bit of memorabilia.
Yeah, like back in the hippie days.
There you go. Marc's writing, folks.
There you go, actually authentically. But these are a bit scruffy because my children still read them. But this is quite a nice little thought because he had nice thoughts.
What does it say?
It says, illness is merely one's bed feeling neglected and making you snuggle in for a cuddle.
Oh, how sweet.
That's very nice. You want to hear another one?
Well, sadly, there isn't time, and this is Channel 4.
Besides being like an original punk in his way, he was the original glitter king too. I mean, he was wearing glitter, as he used to like to say, before Mick Jagger. You know, he was the first one into all of that. Before Bowie was dressing up early, you know, and they were great friends. Not a down on David. I just thought Marc was a great innovator, you know, and he was always good fun.
He made it glamorous. He stopped wearing jeans. Up until that time, everyone had very long hair and they wore jeans and they tried to sort of blend into the background and do this sort of droney, druggy type music.
Glitter over the eyes.
And he just came out dressed up and created some very exciting sounds and made everyone realize that they've been missing that aspect for years. I mean, after all, it was pure rock and roll that he finally came up with when he went electric.
Some people like to rock. Give it a chance. Some people like to roll.
We got real friendly before the film, and he was offered, someone was offering him money, a lot of money, to make this movie of his concert. And we were sitting around talking about it. I said, well, I was running Apple Films at the time, so I said, well, look, I'll put up the cameras and the crew and everybody. You put up yourself. We'll share, because, you know, everyone gets ripped off by those companies.
But it was a kind of mixture between the rock concerts, wasn't it? Was it Wembley Empire Pool?
Yeah.
Yeah, and kind of mixture between that and fantasy, wasn't it?
Well, yes, because I was real bored. At that time, there was a lot of rock shows being filmed. And the atmosphere isn't the same when you're sitting in the audience in a cinema, you know, it loses something. So I convinced Marc that, you know, I think it should be more than just filming his show. And so, you know, Marc's, I think he loved more than being a pop star was that his big line was, you know, I'm the biggest selling poet in Britain, which he was at the time.
The one that brings a smile to my face is Hot Love. It was the first time we actually used a drum kit. It's a lot of firsts in that. The first time we used a big string orchestra. And I remember it was #1 for 3 weeks, and I went back to America. I could finally afford to go back to America on a holiday to see my little gray-haired mom and dad after 3 years. And I was there for 3 weeks, and I came back to the UK and found that Hot Love was still #1.
I think a lot of his music, like a lot of ours, holds up today, you know. And he had his music had a certain attitude with the words, and he did have a definite sound. And he was the sound. I mean, he could have played with anyone, but it was Marc's guitar and his vocals that gave it something that remains.
Well, that film really brought back some fantastic memories for me, and sitting next to me is the one and only Mickey Finn, who was Marc Bolan's partner and half of T-Rex, at least probably more than half of T-Rex, actually.
Yes.
Mickey, what memories did that film bring back for you, watching it?
Well, it brought back so many memories in the sense that when I looked at that, I just felt Marc was there because the energy came across so strong and it was so potent. But his energy was so hard to deny, you couldn't help like his projection of himself, you know. What can I tell you? I mean, he could have edited that film himself.
One of the things that most of the people that have seen that film said that there were bits where Marc turned around and looked that absolutely took their minds and thought, well, this is happening all over again. It's like Marc is still here and this, that and the other. But you were always the quiet one of the two of you, weren't you? But you were telling me just a minute ago that wasn't true.
So did I say that? Did I say that? Yeah. Well, I mean, I was quiet in the sense that I used to keep a low profile, public-wise, but I mean, I used to be the tearaway in cars and smashing up cars and bikes, and you know, if anybody should have sort of crashed in a car or a bike, it should have been me first. I mean, because I was the tearaway, you know.
And what about all these rumours that were going around at the time that you and Marc were going to get married?
Oh yes, that was very true. But the thing is that it's the only thing that me and Marc really fell out about, because the thing was that I was into long engagements and Marc wasn't. And it was very difficult with him, you see, because he was so spontaneous.
He used to say it on stage, didn't he? By the way, Marc and Mickey and I are getting married. So
yeah, but you know, he would never stick out for long engagements. What can I say about that, you know?
Did you ever resent the limelight that Marc had being right up front?
No, in fact, it was a good thing for me, a very good thing, because the fact that I had nothing I could escape. I mean, my whole thing was escaping from the pop world, you know. You know, I was there on stage and I did my business. When I come home, my life is my life. I mean, that was the part about it.
Did the whole thing affect your personal life a lot?
Oh, yeah, it was things like doing articles for Jackie magazine, Teenage Buffer magazines, with... and we'd be in likes and dislikes, and then we'd say, what would you like, what sweets do you like? And I said, well, you fill it in, and they say something like jelly babies. Right, and of course that was totally dynamic. Wipe the floor with me, because like the next week for about 2 or 3 months, we boxes and boxes of jelly babies through the door, boxes and boxes, you know.
I saw the same thing with Duran Duran, with people posting teddy bears and things through the windows.
I mean, you can't say things that you like, I mean, because, you know.
Well, would you do it all again? Will you do it all again? Mickey Finn will make the great big comeback.
Yes, I would. I would do it all again.
That's super. Well, it really is lovely to see you. Listen, we're going to throw yourself over to... Oh, by the way, do you want your fee now?
Oh, I don't know.
Here's your fee.
Okay, well, first tenner for a cup of tea, Governor, going. Is that all? You said it's 12p.
Oh, hang on a minute.
So has anybody got 12p?
Listen, over to Jules, by the way, in the studio while I settle this man's
Come on,
fee.
it's getting embarrassing. You said 12p.